U.S. scientists are campaigning to veto what they're calling the monkey bill in Tennessee right now. It's actually, I can't confirm, I think it's already been basically written into law and will likely be addressed again later.
Mm-hmm.
At the time of this article, the Tennessee governor, it was written into law and the Tennessee governor had only like one more day to veto it.
Right.
And I do not believe he did, and I haven't been able to confirm that
I had heard
yet.
something about he said because a majority of his constituents were
Right.
for it, he was just going to let it pass.
Right. So
he wasn't going
believe
to sign it into law or veto it. He has the option of just letting it go through without his
Right.
approval or disapproval.
Which is exactly what I've seen as well. I just haven't confirmed what his final, like, when his time was had
When his
elapsed.
time was up, sure.
But this bill specifically says, if passed, Tennessee would become the second state after Louisiana to allow teachers to challenge the accepted science on evolution and climate change. And what my issue is that under the new law, teachers shall be permitted to help students understand, analyze, critique, and review in an objective manner the scientific strengths and scientific weaknesses of existing scientific theories covered in the course being taught. So this was the justification for why this bill should be allowed. Is
Right.
that, well, we just want teachers to be able to kind of show students how to scientifically challenge these kinds of ideas. But so it says the idea behind this bill is that students should be encouraged to challenge current scientific thought and theory.
Sure.
But and so they have all these groups: the American Civil Liberties Union, Tennessee Science Teachers Association have both been trying to get the governor to veto, which is I believe it's passed,
Right.
and so he did not listen to those voices. The Tennessee Science Committee had specifically said that the bill would miseducate and harm the state's national reputation and weaken its efforts to compete in a science-driven global economy. What we have going on is that So what the institute that actually wrote this bill again, it's back. The Discovery Institute wrote this bill, and it says that. It promotes good science education by protecting academic freedom and science teachers to fully and objectively discuss controversial scientific topics like evolution.
Teach the controversy.
Problem is that evolution is not controversial science. That's
Right.
the
It's
issue.
ironclad science.
I mean, the
actually.
only reason it's controversial is because it conflicts with different religious creationist ideas. Ideas.
I love the idea of teach the controversy, because if we're going to do that, can we also teach the controversy that the world is flat?
Yeah.
Because there are people still today who believe that the world is flat. Should we teach the controversy to pre-med students that diseases are caused by evil spirits? Because that's a conflicting point of view on medical science. Could we teach the controversy to students taking Egyptology classes that the pyramids were made by aliens?
Yeah.
Should we teach the controversy that the sun revolves around the earth, which the Catholic Church actually imprisoned Galileo for, and castrated him, actually, I believe, in response to? Should we teach the controversy that the devil buries fossils to lead people astray so that they'll damn themselves to hell because of all that evidence that was laying around that the earth was in fact not 6,000 years old? Should we teach the controversy that the stork brings children to women? I mean,
I think we should bring that one back, actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Christopher Hitchens had something that he said on more than one occasion that I absolutely loved, where after we have the evolution/intelligent design controversy class, then we'll go to chemistry, and then we'll teach alchemy immediately after that. I mean, intelligent design is not an accepted scientific theory because it doesn't have any evidence.
Right.
There's no reason to believe that the universe is finely tuned, that there's an intelligent designer who designed all life on this planet, which I would like to point out, something like 90% of all species that ever lived on this planet are now dead, some design. So it's just, you don't have an academic freedom to misrepresent facts.
Well, now this is the thing that's interesting about how the Discovery Institute modifies this bill in order to just like get it into place and get people to actually vote for it, because the Supreme Court banned teachers from telling pupils that the theory of evolution is wrong in 1968,
right.
and again in like 2005 or 2002,
I think it was 2005,
where we addressed the evidence of creationism and intelligent design against the evidence that we have in scientific books. And there is no evidence for the others, which is why they could not hold up in court that there's any controversy to be taught.
It's been shot down time and time
done.
again.
And that's why this one is specific to, it doesn't actually address like teaching creationism or teaching, anything like that. It's teaching, challenging it and just mentioning it that there could be other possibilities, which is true, which is absolutely true. I mean, you could say that there could be other possibilities, but then what's the need for this? Because if there are other possibilities, science is already going to address that, and it's not going to be addressed through not accepting climate change because you don't want to, or not accepting evolution because it goes against the things that you're taught on Sunday. It's like they're still just looking for that way in to allow. Like, I mean, I had an ex-girlfriend that she started going into like nursing school and learning biology, and she's asking me for help with her biology, and there's full chapters on evolution and how it works and how it affects biological design and medication and all of those kind of aspects, and especially in nursing and health and how that comes into play and how it's absolutely true because we've used it to build the foundations of modern science.
Right.
Yes, she would sit there and specifically be like, "Oh, well, I'll believe it so that I can pass the class, but I know it's not true." And
right. Except the problem is that if it weren't true,
doublethink.
Medication wouldn't work the way it does.
But she doesn't care. And all this is enabling it is more people like her to think that, to be like, "Oh, well, I'll pass my science class, but I still won't believe it because of the fact that they end up having this loophole where they can be like, oh, well, that idea of yours of creation is kind of a contrary theory, and we don't have enough evidence for it yet, and it's not wrong for you to think that that's maybe still a possibility."
Right.
They just leave that window open, and that's where it's and that's why you have the science teachers trying to get this changed, because of the fact that it does affect not only how you learn that, but how you understand that and how you carry it forward. Because if you can't see all the evidence and you just want to accept it because your God tells you that creation is true, you're missing the point of what you're supposed to be learning in the science class.
And I think it kind of stands to reason that if you could disprove the theory of evolution, which has just an absolute mountain of evidence for it, if you can disprove it, if you have evidence that shows that evolution is not the reason for diversity of life on this planet, write it down, submit it for peer review, and collect your Nobel Prize.
Absolutely.
Anything short of that, I really don't want to hear about it anymore.
By the way, this most likely will be readdressed by the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And likely get turned down either way.
Probably.
But maybe not, because of the fact that Louisiana apparently has it, and they're writing these bills now in an open enough format that allows it to kind of slip through the cracks.
Because that's what's had the Discovery Institute and other organizations like them. They've failed across the board to get the intelligent design into the classroom, into this thing where we can actually openly say, well, yeah, some people think that evolution, but some people think that intelligent design. Like, that has pretty much been shot down, I think, 100% of the time. I don't know that there's an instance. When you lose in the Supreme
Court, you're done.
Right. So now they're going back and they're trying to find a different way, like, of how can we sneak this in. And, I think that's pretty dishonest, but it's the front door said no, the side door said no, the back door said no. They wouldn't let you into the building, and
Skylight.
So now, they're trying to jimmy the skylight with a screwdriver to get in and try to say, well, not everybody, or they want to say that evolution doesn't really have that great of evidence for it, when it does.
It's just another sign of the death rattle.
Yeah, it is.